Have you ever noticed this moment during your walk with your dog and not really thought twice about it? You're strolling along, your dog ahead of you, tail up and ears forward. They're sniffing around, moving confidently ahead, and then, just like that, they pause. They glance back at you, a brief check, and then, almost immediately, they continue walking. No tail wagging, no hesitation, no whining. Just a quick look, and on they go. It's such a small, fleeting moment, easy to miss. But in that tiny gesture, your dog is telling you something important. This quick glance is not about being lost, needy, or unsure. It's a reassurance check, a quick social cue asking, "Are you still there? Are we good to keep going?" It's less about clinging and more about connection. Your dog is including you in their experience, not seeking constant attention. 1. Why dogs check back. Understanding the behavior. To understand why your dog checks back on you, let's first acknowledge an important fact. Dogs have shared their lives with humans for thousands of years. Over that time, they've learned not just to coexist with us, but also to read us. Dogs are masters of social monitoring. They keep track of where we are, what we're doing, and how we're moving. So, when your dog glances back during a walk, it's often a voluntary check-in. This means your dog is intentionally checking on you. No prompt needed. They're confirming that you're still with them, not because they're lost, but because they want to stay in sync with you. In dog training, this behavior is seen as a sign of attention and calm engagement, not anxiety. It's about maintaining that connection with their human companion, reinforcing the bond while exploring the world. 2. What look-back behavior really is and what it isn't. There are some misconceptions about this behavior, so let's clear them up. Misconception 1. Dogs check back because they lack confidence. This isn't true for most situations. If a dog checks back with their tail neutral and ears forward, it's a sign of social awareness, not fear. It's almost like they're saying, "I'm doing my thing, but I see you over there." This is a confident dog, not one who is unsure or anxious. Misconception 2. Dogs check back because they are bored or want treats. While some dogs might look back more often if they've been rewarded in the past, the glance itself is not about begging for treats. It's more about maintaining connection. In fact, studies show that dogs with a positive, relaxed body language during these check-ins are likely performing a coordinating check, not seeking food. They're just making sure you're still with them on their adventure. 3. The independence factor. Why some dogs don't look back first. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Independent dogs, those who love to explore, don't always check back right away. Instead, they dive into their exploration first, sniffing, investigating, or following a trail. Only after they've processed what's around them, whether it's a new scent, sound, or direction, do they look back to check in with you. This behavior tells us something important. Independent dogs prioritize their own engagement with the environment first. They're confident enough to explore on their own before seeking reassurance from you. Only after they're done exploring do they bring you into the experience. This is a key sign of confidence, not insecurity. Researchers have found that dogs will often choose to explore something on their own, like solving a puzzle, before checking in with their human. It shows that independent exploration is the default, and the check-in is a later optional part of their experience. So, the next time your dog wanders ahead on their own, remember, they explore first and then look back, because they feel comfortable and secure doing so. 4. What dog owners have noticed about this behavior? Dog owners across the country often share similar observations about their dog's look-back behavior, and the language they use to describe it is very telling. Two things stand out from these stories. 1. The behavior is interpreted as a check-in, not fear. 2. Many dogs look back with intention, as if confirming their human's presence. This aligns perfectly with what trainers call a voluntary check, the dog's choice to keep track of their human without being prompted. It's not about anxiety, it's about staying connected. The dog is aware of their human's presence and continues exploring with confidence, knowing their companion is still there. 5. Body language, the full picture. To truly understand this behavior, you need to pay attention to more than just the glance. Here's what to look for. Relaxed tail, ears forward. If your dog checks back and continues confidently with their tail in a neutral position and ears forward, it's a sign that they are calm and aware of their surroundings. Tension or slowing down. On the other hand, if your dog checks back and seems anxious, maybe they slow down, pull away, or look nervous. It could indicate stress or uncertainty. But in most cases, when dogs check back and keep moving forward confidently, that's a good sign of a calm, engaged dog who's just making sure you're still part of the experience. 6. Why this behavior is actually a good thing. Here's a surprising twist. That quick glance doesn't mean your dog is worried about you. It means they're including you in their experience. Your dog isn't ignoring you. They're simply adapting their behavior based on your presence, staying connected while exploring the world. This is a sign of social intelligence. It shows that your dog is aware of where you are, what you're doing, and how you're moving. They're not checking on you out of fear or insecurity. They're doing it because they feel secure and engaged with you. That look back is a brief, intentional act that signals loyalty, confidence, and coordination. Your dog is saying, "I'm comfortable and aware of my surroundings, and I know you're here with me." 7. How to reinforce this behavior. If you'd like to encourage this behavior further, here's a simple way to reinforce that intentional look back on your walks. 1. During your next walk, when your dog looks back at you, calmly say, "Good check-in," in a positive, encouraging tone. 2. Take a step forward together toward the spot your dog was exploring. 3. Continue your walk casually, with no need for treats or distractions. This practice reinforces the idea that the look back is a positive, connected part of your walk, not just a moment to check on you, but a sign of shared engagement. By reinforcing this behavior, you're helping your dog understand that checking in is part of a healthy, calm, and enjoyable experience. It's a way to bond, not demand attention. If you enjoyed learning about your dog's behavior, be sure to follow for more tips on how to deepen the bond with your furry companion. Have you noticed this behavior in your dog before? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear about your experiences.